Hope everyone's fucking enjoying what we're doing so far, because we are.
Yeah,
Welcome
definitely.
There's some big battles being announced this week. Breaking Bread. We got 30 Gs and FBL. We're gonna be doing them next week. Our predictions for them, and hope you stay tuned for that shit.
But so that means we'll be taking a week. Sorry, just to cut you off. So just to clarify, we're going to take a week off the battles next week to do a special predictions episode. So get your predictions in. Let us know what you think, guys. Let's start getting the conversation going.
Yeah. We've got 4 cards to review, and predict.
100%. Awesome. Big time for Aussie battle rap.
That's right.
Fuck yeah, it's coming back, baby.
But this week we're doing pretty much a Watch Your Mouth special. Blokes down there in Adelaide feeling a little left out when we did our top 10s. So we thought we'd check them out. And I think we've got some good battles to review this week.
Man, it was a fun week. I came in confident, thinking I would be able to maybe pick all of them on first viewing, and that was not the case again. I think it's going to be this case almost every week, but god damn, it was another tricky one. Did anyone else feel the same?
Yeah, no, definitely,
yeah. Definitely with some more than others. I think we've all got different opinions on this, but I'm pretty interested to see how we all go with that. I'll just announce who we do have. We got Kid Crumpet versus Domes. We got Buckets versus Spitz. And we got Head Eyes versus Dunn D. So like all caliber battles. A couple of up and comers there in that first battle, I think. So that's pretty interesting too, to give them a bit of judgment, a bit of encouragement.
Yeah, exactly.
So, D, while you're talking about the guys over at Watch Your Mouth feeling a little bit left out on the current top 10 list, let's just say a little bit of our experiences. Because personally, my experience is I hadn't seen too many of their battles, just bits and pieces, until I was studying for our current top 10 list. And within that studying, I watched a good handful of battles from over there, and the talent's there, man. Personally, that they just didn't make it. It was close calls with so many names on the bottom of my top 10. But they're definitely on my sights, and I've still got more to watch, of course, and that's why we're doing this episode today.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why. Sorry to jump in, but that's why I picked. That's why I was requesting this particular battle with Domes versus Kid Crumpet. That of the recent battles that I've been watching, especially because of Omar wanting to check out Watch Your Mouth, this was one of the first that I had seen, and I was really excited because it were 2 really good debuts from 2 very good battlers. And I'm actually keen to see where they go from this. So I was rapt we were able to do it this week, and I am looking forward to discuss it because I can tell that there's quite a few different opinions.
Yeah, mad.
Definitely. Yeah.
Also, just for everyone watching, we've decided to move away from the videos as well, the little clips that we put in. So we're now going to be putting in graphics and discussing our opinions live rather than doing it on a video.
We're just trying to make everything as clean as possible for the audio listeners, for the visual listeners. That doesn't mean we're not going to have short content on our socials. We're still working our way up to getting a lot of that stuff out there. It's just going to be more interesting and breakdowns of different types, and that'll all grow, and we'll figure that out on our other socials. But right now, it's looking smooth. It's feeling smooth for episode 5. We're tweaking it, and I
have to give a lot of props to Babes on his time off now with his broken leg, sitting there putting these awesome graphics together for us. We're absolutely fortunate. We're fortunate you've got a broken leg, because obviously you'd be too busy to do too much more. But
I'm not saying it should have happened. I'm not saying it should have happened.
It did.
While we're on before we kick anything off, have you guys got any sponsor talk or housekeeping we need to get out of the way?
Of course, we need to give a shout out to 420 Superstore, Gav up there in Toowoomba, holding it down, and all these other stores. But and we got Investor Design, all the battle leagues. There might have been a new battle league just brought out today, from what I heard. So it's good to see things progressing and getting out there. So
I just got to commend D for putting this thing together like 6 weeks ago and having the idea for so long, because it's obviously the perfect time with the so many events popping up all over Australia. It's so damn exciting. I love that I get to be a part of this thing and talk about it every week.
Yeah.
No,
we love you're a part of it.
Mud. So where are we starting?
I reckon we should start with the Domes and Kid Crumpet battle because,
do it. Yeah.
you know, we'd already mentioned them, and they're the beginners probably out of these groups, so I think that's a good start.
Yeah, this was a fun one to watch. I'd actually watched it for my top 10, but with a rewatch, it was really, really fun, man. It took me a couple of watches to lock in the points. I like both their styles. It was cool.
Yeah. All right, you want to see the scorecards now?
Let's whip it out, man.
Let's go. Fine, there it is.
All right. So how we're going to do this, we had a little pre-discussion, is am I going to read out the card one by one? And we're going to break it down a little bit. So we're just going to go through, I'm going to go left, down, around, if that makes sense. So we'll start with D, work across the bottom, and finish with Oz. So we've got Domes versus Kid Crumpet. You said Domes took it 5-0. That's an interesting place to take off this discussion, I think. Let's break it down, bro. I don't have to read too much out about that.
Well, I actually thought Domes was quite impressive for a dude that I don't know if he said it was his first or second battle, but quite junior up in it. He had some good delivery, had good stage presence. He reminded me a little bit of Case 1. He had sort of Case 1 sort of like swagger. I don't know how to describe it, but he's even sort of got like, his mannerisms and everything are a bit Case 1, which, that's not being biased, but he held it together pretty well for a dude that's very new into it. With Kid Crumpet, I felt like he maybe wasn't loud enough, didn't have enough presence to actually catch all his bars quite enough. Yeah. But he had some good bars in there, but I think his delivery just lacked slightly where the crowd might have slept on him a little bit because of that. Yeah. So I had to give it to Domes 5-0. I think he had in every aspect, in my opinion, I think he won every single point. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah, damn. No, that's fair, bro. Fair enough. Yeah. Moving straight down to myself, for this one, I gave it to Kid Crumpet 3-2, man, and this was not a light opinion. For like I was saying earlier, for all three of these battles, I actually struggled quite a bit. For this one, I liked Dome's delivery. I think he had the crowd in the palm of his hands. I think because Kid Crumpet came in so quietly and unsure of himself, it was obvious in this rewatching of it, and I'm sure it was obvious in the room. I think he really had to work his way up. But Domes had that from the get-go. He had that delivery. So I definitely had to give those 2 points to him.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of he's got a cool swag about him. I like the way he reacts to bars and stuff too. Like,
agreed,
he's definitely
bro.
Listening. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It was an awesome vibe. I think like the second round was probably my favorite moment for both of them. Even though the first round was really good for Kid Crumpet, I loved a lot of his material in that one. The second one felt like the energy was so good between them both, and they were both kind of where they needed to be. But in my opinion, after the rewatch, because it was close for me, I really could have given Domes some of these other points, but I quite liked the schemes, the multis. I thought it was just a little bit more intelligent than the gay jokes or some of the real simple jokes you hear in battle stuff a lot. So it was probably just stuff I had heard a lot, whereas I think Crumpet had a few more smart concepts that he had thought out a little bit better. It was a little bit more intellectual, in my opinion. So that's why I had to give him those 3. Even some of those jokes were funnier to me than the ones that Domes was saying, even though he wasn't getting the same reaction for them in the room. So that's where my opinion came in. So, bam, I'll leave it at that. We're going over to Blue, and Blue had Domes as the winner 3-2. I'll break it down here. So Rhymes and what is it?
Multis.
So small on my Rhymes and Multis. He gave it to Kid Crumpet. The next 3 were all Domes. So that's concepts and schemes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, concept and schemes, multis, jokes. Oh my god, it's so small.
Metaphors, jokes, stage presence, and then crowd reaction with the kid crumpet.
Yeah.
Break it down, Blue.
Yeah. So I didn't write a lot of notes, but the one thing I said was like crumpet's like lack of presence in the way he was like delivering. Like he wasn't very loud, and I think that affected a lot of the battle for me, like how I was looking at it. Like Domes just had so much swagger about him, so much energy. So like I wanted to give Domes the crowd reaction as well. I nearly did 4-1. But like Crumpet was very good. Like I feel like I missed a lot of his schemes and his concepts or his jokes and his punchlines just simply because his delivery just wasn't there. So that's why I've scored it how I've scored it.
Yeah, that's a fair.
Damn. All right, moving straight on. We got Bates next. So rhymes and multis went to Kid Crumpet. Schemes and concepts, Kid Crumpet. And then the final 3 for Domes, which is metaphors, jokes, punchlines, stage presence, delivery, and crowd reaction and interaction. So that means it is 2-3 with a win to Domes. Talk about it.
I watched it a couple of times. You could definitely tell that Domes was more polished, even though it was his first battle. He was definitely more polished than Crumpet. I totally agree with Blue. Like, even the guys in the room were saying, speak up, bro, speak up, like, in the first round. And he didn't get until the second round. So, like, you know, but his bars that he did have, like you were saying before, they were intelligent. You know, so, like, I do fuck with those bars that, you know, actually make you think sometimes. And, you know, I'm all for the fat jokes, the, you know, the little stabs and the easy laughs. But when you can actually spit a bar and actually get somebody to go, oh, dude, that was hard as, like, I really fuck with that. So that's why I gave the first 2 points to Kid Crumpet. But yeah, it was a good performance from both. I just think that Domes was way more polished.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
No,
it was really hard. That's where I was finding it really hard because I think I'm just trying to think back now, but Domes might have had quite a shorter third round. So I was comparing that to Kid Crumpet's a little bit more lackluster.
He did.
First.
I think he choked at the end of the third and just called time. But yeah.
Yeah. So that was
that's a
hard
shout out
one.
to that's a shout out to, you know, all the newcomers coming in, and that sometimes it is better to just cut your round short and call time rather than sitting there, because like that anxiety that builds up when, you know, like you've forgotten something and it's like, you know, I could, like, just call time. Like at the end of the day, you're going to be beating yourself up that you didn't get your bars out, but it's going to be cleaner in the long run, and it might potentially win you a battle.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
We've all seen examples of it going not so good when they try to recover it. And I think even in our next battle, that we're talking about, I want to talk a bit about that as well. So it's funny we're mentioning it already. So moving on to Osborne.
Had the same as you. Same score, actually.
God damn. That's not the first time we've had matching scores.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And for me, I really liked this battle because it was two very competent battlers in very different styles. So I would say Domes is the more traditional style, and a lot of his punches were, I would say, adaptations of things that were really good. Don't get me wrong, but like that I have heard before by others, and I don't mean the same bars. I mean the same type of writing. So like for me,
delivery,
his delivery was amazing. Like, it's one of the reasons why I love this battle, because the contrast makes it, you know, as we know, we've discussed this before, a battle is like a marriage between two opponents, right? And the final outcome is their baby, right? Now this one, I really loved it because Domes was very impressive. Like I know if I was there, I would want to go in the front row, listen to every word and be entertained, right? I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
What I found, though, is similar to what Harlem mentioned before. It was more some of the bars that Kid Crumpet spat that were very creative ideas that I really fucked with. So like the minute he spat that whole section of Pig Latin, like that for me, even though we're talking about a bunch of, Titans like having Dunn D in these 3 battles, but for me, I would say it was the most memorable of the 3 battles for me, because I hadn't heard someone do something like that, like for a while.
damn.
So whether it is speaking another language mid-battle or
I honestly
something
didn't mind
like
that either.
Yeah, so I really like that. Plus, I think that it's interesting that I think where I come from as a battler is very similar in some regards to Kid Crumpet's style, which is a lot of goofiness, but some clever jokes there that not many other people would come up with. That's what I really fucked with from him, and I totally agree with Domes.
And you just got to have your delivery, and you'll be fine.
Oh, but you know what? I actually agree. I agree, but I actually liked his delivery, man. Like I felt it was more. It drew me in more because I was like, wait, okay, he's whispering. I better listen really carefully, kind of.
Yeah.
Rather than
and it's not for
able to
everyone.
just absorb it all in one, So the way he like chained up, like even with when he was saying "eshay," the way he was putting little accents on things, it sort of was a little bit less monotonous than I would say Domes was. Not saying Domes was boring. I'm saying that he didn't change up a lot. He was very clean with his delivery throughout, but he delivered most of his bars the same way. So that's a personal taste, because I almost went the same score as Bates, because that middle one, the metaphors, jokes, and punches, it was a real toss-up for me. It was the word joke in that,
I agree. I just found it so hard to actually hear those metaphors and punches.
Yeah.
I can agree. You can have some really good lines, but we need to be able to hear them. And maybe the way I was listening, I had to like really get close, and maybe not so much watch, but listen.
Yeah. No, I know.
This is what I like about
that's why I went the other way. Yeah.
This battle, I don't know if you guys watched the end when they got interviewed, and they both seemed to really appreciate what each other did, which is always awesome, right?
Yeah. There was also the drunk guy that, you did something.
That's where you
do music.
Gotta love that stuff, bro. But point being is that hopefully these two both learn something from each other, because I think they're both missing what the other person is lacking in ways.
100%.
So,
100%,
and that's as first timers, man, still incredibly impressive. If they're listening to this, we are not picking you apart in any negative way. This is both such a dope first time performance. I don't know if my first time battle was as strong as that. So props.
But it's also
mine wasn't.
They also had the perfect opponent for each other as well. To start off with.
Yeah, good matchup.
You know that you're going to adapt, as you said, Harlem, immediately after your first opponent, because with the feedback you hear from other people, how you feel on the day, how the other person did in your eyes on the day, that all influences the way you write next, 100%. So I think that they were so lucky to have each other, because they're going to be really good going forward, and the next three battles will make them seasons, really.
Shout out to the Watch Your Mouth runners who picked the battles. Shout out to those guys.
We've also got...
Hopefully what we're saying here inspires them a bit to up their games in those ways that we're talking, and this is what it's all about, because then they will actually become more complete battlers.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I see good things coming from both. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep an eye on both of them. That's the thing. Like, now that I've seen it, that's why it was so memorable. One, because the word crumpet, I'm already thinking of something delicious, And then Domes, man, like, it's such a classic word, bro, especially in this culture. It's pretty easy to remember. So both of them, every time I'm going to see a card, if they're on there, I'm going to get a little bit more excited. And I just want to mention too, like Deliver said, I actually found Domes reminded me a lot of, maybe because I saw them here in Melbourne a bit, but Selby MZ and Raz apparently is on one of the Breaking Bread cards. So that would actually be a really amazing battle for Domes. Maybe 3 or 4 battles down the track is Raz versus Domes. That would be fire, boys. That would be
I've
amazing.
heard a lot about Raz. Just a quick side note, but I have not seen him battle before. Has he got a history in battle?
Oh, he battled in Amped Up, so that's probably why I know of him. And he was close with Selby, and Selby was quite a proficient back in the day in Amped Up. Yeah. So they're like, you know, sort of the typical young in the culture, love skating, love a bunch of that shit, and they're cheeky.
I've heard
and
him
they're
on
funny.
tracks, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can kill a track. He can kill a feature, bro, for sure.
What's
Well, I
it called?
think-
They're also good mates with like Vanik and that.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yep.
they're all from the valley, man.
No shit.
So they're all from Gippsland, you know, all like Selby, Raz, Vanik, Red Rider,
No.
Sweats.
No
They're all
shit.
from Gippsland. So, you know, it's
Yep.
quite a tight knit
Yeah.
area.
Little
Obviously, being country towns and stuff like that, they're only like a town away from each other and stuff like that. So they actually, you know, I know for a while that you know, like we had a phone call on New Year's Eve, and Kryptonite's Gypsy. You know what I mean? Like, because they're so like they're actually just like town over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, true.
yeah, like
No
it's
shit.
That's the
so
benefits.
It's not
out of-
Melbourne, it's Gippsland that the actual 30G culture comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically yeah.
The heart.
Our
is
heart and soul is in
far,
Gippsland.
far down.
Well, actually,
Shaky or say sunshine, but you know.
No, you know, it's funny. He actually, I'm pretty sure he grew up in Terralgan, so which is in Gippsland as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he'll
it's
probably
fun.
tell you that our
Like,
heart and soul is in Gippsland.
So he's the
Yeah.
Prince
Yeah.
of Gippsland, not the King of Sunshine.
yeah,
No,
Okay,
he
good
calls
to know.
himself 30 Jesus now.
yeah, 30 Jesus.
Yeah, 30 Jesus.
So
He
just
even
to
put me
wrap,
on-
long
onto a-
hair and a beard.
He even put me onto tyres in sunshine to keep up the rouge. The rouge.
Yeah,
you
Oh,
know?
100% he would.
Yeah.
so was there anything else you wanted to add?
There's a
Oz,
comment
before.
from chat.
No,
Yep.
Yeah.
no. It's
Said, I definitely give Domes the win, but it's a very good clash and a tight battle. So
Man,
Yes,
do you know who
Who
that
was
came
that from?
from?
the mullet guy, I think it's Dusky.
Yeah.
Dusky.
Shout out the mullet
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Dusky,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Very
Shout out
good clash.
Shout outs to
It's
the
a
off
Dusky-
your script battle league, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Shout outs.
So quickly, so just if anyone didn't catch that for our 5 votes, that came to a 3-2 win for Domes.
Yep.
2 votes from Oz and I for Crumpet, and the other 3 voted for Domes win. So
Yep.
shout out.
Closer
Yeah,
battle than I thought, but
Yeah.
Close.
good on them both. They both need to keep going and be encouraged for it.
100%.
Yeah.
Man, I
definitely.
Shout out,
love
boys.
when
Did great.
we come to discuss it and we've all got different scorecards and we can
Yeah, me too.
discuss
Stop
those
copying
opinions.
me,
yeah.
Harlem, man. What
Sick.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Get
geez,
out of
man.
my head! 3 weeks left. No, I love it, bro. It's great.
That's it. We're starting to figure out who thinks like what.
Yeah.
that's right. But then we
People's
both have
tastes.
very different takes in other battles, so you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how we go with battle number 2, shall we?
Yeah,
Yep.
what's that? Charlie Buckets versus Spitz, and I thought this was a pretty dope battle. I wasn't expecting this to be as dope. Like, no offense to either of them, but I was actually impressed by the whole atmosphere of the battle. I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
killer. Like the whole
Super
vibe
mad.
of it was just fucking cool.
It
Fuck.
was fucking great.
You
Yeah.
can tell they do
Spitz-
things.
Spitz is slept on.
Yeah,
Oh,
he is, man.
100%. Spitz
And
is
he's also
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll break my opinion
and
down on
hungry.
both of them after, but I just want to say I had pre-watched this again. This was one I'd watched for my top 10. So how many of you guys were watching this for the first time this week?
Me.
Yeah, me.
Definitely me.
So yeah,
Yes.
I could have done with a second view, but you know.
Yeah,
Mm.
so this was probably like my 3rd or 4th viewing, and it's one of my favorites to come from the league, I reckon, that I've seen so far. But let's take a look at these scorecards. In total,
Only
we'll go
watched
straight
it
to
this
the...
morning, so I'm pretty fresh on it, and I thought it was pretty gangster. From
Yeah,
both.
it was a mad clash. Shout out to both Charlie Bucket and Spitz. So we've got a winner for Spitz, 3-2 again. It's the same closeness as our last prediction. Our last results. So
Yeah.
it's definitely not a clear winner. But we're going to go to the deliver again. So you've given 2 points to Charlie Bucket, 1 for rhymes and multis, and 1 for the stage presence and delivery. All 3 points of 3 of the other points went to Spitz. You want to break that down?
Well, basically, I thought Charlie had some really good stage presence and delivery when he was controlling the crowd. He had some good flow and shit. But Spitz had the schemes, concept, everything else down pat. I actually really rate his pen game and the way he delivers it. He had the choke in round 2. It
That was
might have
tough.
gone a few more points to him if he didn't. because I think that's definitely how Charlie took a lot some of those points with me. But if not, Charlie still possibly would have. But choking matters.
Yeah.
You really got to come prepared. That's a big thing. And I know it takes a lot of work and everything, but it can be the difference between a win and a loss. Unfortunately, fortunately for Spitz, he did choke, and I still didn't give him the loss because his material was good enough to get past that. But in saying that, Charlie's material was dope too. That's why I gave him. I think his flow was better. Like obviously, Spitz had that battle flow, where Charlie has more of a rap flow, which I had to give that to him. The crowd reacted a lot to some of the little things like the blowing out the dust and everything that Charlie did.
Yeah. That was
what
funny.
I really loved is that Spitz predicted that Buckets was going to bring up. Oh, he did it obviously in the last battle, but he brought it up in the first round, and in the second round, Charlie just brings up Buckets about 17 times again. So it was sort of like, well, that really backfired on him there. But all respect to both battlers, I think it was a tight as fuck battle. But I just think Spitz is just a bit more polished in the points that matter, like in concepts and schemes and all that sort of stuff. So go to Spitz.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, I agree. I'm next. So I gave it to Spitz 3-2 as well. Slightly different scoring. So where you gave rhymes and multis to Charlie, I gave that to Spitz. None of these points were close, I think. I really had to watch back again, like I was saying for my last battle. But schemes and concepts, I gave to Spitz. Metaphors, jokes, and punchlines, I gave to Charlie. Stage presence and delivery, I gave to Charlie, and then crowd reaction and interaction, I gave to Spitz. I'm going to go straight to talking about that choke there. That's such an interesting moment to go, and he's so lucky that he's walked away with a win from us for choking like that. And all power to him. It's an example
I usually don't give a win to someone that chokes. Man. Usually, you've lost probably close. 2 of the categories automatically just then. But
yeah. That's what happened with me.
He came back in it. He had a strong third round too. I really liked his construction of his whole battle, apart from the choke, obviously.
100%.
But when it comes to the choke, I will say this: I would never get my phone out. Ever.
Oh yes, don't read off your phone.
Don't.
No, listen, boys. I had to do that. I did that once, and it was terrible.
Really?
Look,
this is what I was saying. We were going to come to this conversation, like Bates was saying earlier with the last battle. I think everyone's got their own opinion. In my opinion, if I was choking, luckily, oh my God, touch wood, I haven't been in such a moment yet, but I would try to freestyle, or I would cut it like we had seen in the last battle. I think personally,
actually, in all fairness, I slightly do it a lot, and I just freestyle and it comes back, and you don't even notice.
Yes, but you do not want to end on the bad side of history.
That's the difference between a veteran and a guy who's been doing it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I think that was his third battle.
Or some people just really, some people really just can't freestyle either, and that's not this and that. Like, it's just not for everyone. But I do not want to be on that side of history where you choke, and that is like one of the viral. You don't want to be that. It's that time of the year guy. You don't want to be here.
And that might be why I scored the way that I did, because I did the exact same thing that Spitz did, and I know exactly how bad it feels. So I've done that before, and it's the only time I've ever choked. So I just wanted to bring that up quickly. I totally got it watching that battle.
While we're on the,
that must be.
Oh, it's painful. It's painful to go through.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm lucky that I feel like I have the freestyle ability to fall back on. I don't know.
Definitely,
because it's such a
scary.
That's
where I've always done it too. Like I've always fallen back on that, so I don't feel like I fully choke, but I do get it. If you can't do it, it'd be a scary moment.
Yeah.
So that just coming back to why I gave the points, it was a hard watch, and it was again really hard to give him the points that I did, but I couldn't deny that the delivery of everything around that moment was really polished. He was doing some of it like a veteran. The way, you know, delivering it with such purpose, such really good structure.
And what was that, his third battle also? That's incredible, really.
His grind is crazy. Shout out to Spitz. I got to meet him at the last Breaking Bread event. He battled Tantra. That's also out on YouTube. We'll have to throw that into one of these episodes later on.
That's a much better showing for him, in my opinion, too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's obviously stepping up.
He very much impressed me in that battle.
Yeah.
I think he knows he's got a lot to prove, and he's hungry, and so that's why I commend him, because I can see him going a very long way. We'll talk about what...
He's walking right now, and he's walking well.
Yeah, and he's already on the next Breaking Bread event. He's got a crazy matchup. So we'll talk about that in the prediction episode. But I did have to give the metaphors, jokes, and punchlines to Charlie just. I think Spit's style is a little bit more serious and a little bit more aggressive, which I do like, I love. But I think it leaned more to the aggressive than the jokes at times. Well, jokes that landed with me personally anyway. And I did find, I'm a prop guy. I love props. So the white chicks powder out the fucking...
that was dope. That was dope.
That was crazy. And having the homies say bitsy at bars, like, I love that sort of shit. I think I gave him that for the jokes and for the stage presence and delivery. But everything around that, I lean slightly more towards Spitz for my liking. But again, like we've already said, it was quite a close one. So mad love to Charlie Bucket. I need to see more from him. How many battles has he done, guys? This is the only one I've seen.
Same.
Same. Yeah.
Legitimately, I'm going back to my judging. That was the point. It could have went the other way, honestly. I almost gave that point the crowd interactions because of his crowd interaction.
Yeah.
But I just felt like maybe the reactions were more from Spitz. So that was the tightest point there. I can't stress that enough.
I still think even through the choke, that he's so lucky. The crowd obviously loves him. There's obviously a lot of love for Spitz in that room because he had the crowd from the get-go. I think he had a louder reaction for most stuff from the get-go, which carried him to continue and still get the support by the end of the battle. You know, sometimes a room will abandon you, and once you've done that choke, nothing lands anymore, and no one's laughing. So yeah, obviously a mad audience. I love the vibe of that video. They go hard over there with Watch Your Mouth, man.
The chat said Charlie's done 2 battles, 1 on beat, 1 off beat.
Okay, shout out.
I thought it was 3.
If anyone can send us a link of some of those, that'd be sick. I'll try to do some investigating throughout the week. So moving on.
I'm guessing the Spitz battle might be his 1 on beat, but yeah. Off beat.
Yeah.
So, Blue, we're up to you, mate. You gave 2 to Spitz for the first 2, rhymes and multis, schemes and concepts. The last 3 were for Charlie Bucket, which is metaphors, jokes, punchlines, stage presence, delivery, and crowd reaction and interaction. Let's unpack, brother.
Only because you got a bucket hat in your picture, doesn't it?
It's exactly that. That's the only reason. I was like, for a lot of the reasons you guys said, where you're like, I just slightly gave it a Spitz. Like, I just slightly went the other direction. The only thing though is with the stage presence and delivery, I felt like the choke was like a negative to the delivery and stage presence type of thing. So that's why I gave it a Charlie Bucket. And I think like he had better jokes in my opinion. The crowd interactions with everything you guys said, the powder, the homies yelling out stuff, like, so that's why I gave it to that. It was just that close. It was as close as the choke, and that's why I gave delivery to Charlie. And that's why my score is what it is.
Yeah, Andy, I see that.
Yeah, I think so.
I love how Blue, he's able to say all of his piece in like a minute, and I don't know how to keep it under fucking 10.
It's because you guys already said everything like I could have said. So it's like,
No, I'm commending you, bro. I wish I could be more precise. I'll get there though.
And no offense to Blue, but I think we sort of think a lot more in depth into about it. He goes, I like this and I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we have blue there, and we got these different opinions.
Exactly.
I love it.
100%.
So moving on to the Big Daddy Bades, we got the first 2 points go on the spits, rhymes and multis, schemes and concepts. We then have Charlie Bucket getting the points for metaphors, jokes, and punchlines, as well as stage presence and delivery. But he gave Spitz the win with the 3rd point being crowd reaction and interaction.
Yeah, you went into that before about that the crowd loved him, but honestly I know it wasn't battle related, but when he gave Charlie Bucket the flowers for his mum, that won it for me. Because that's one of the things that we that we really push at 30Gs is we're bigger than battle rap, right?
Brotherhood,
You know what's it called? We're a family. We want to help you do, but that was just that right there is like
I was
that's
actually
what the
going
culture
to bring
is
that
about.
up. That is in my favorite bars of the week. So I was going to bring that up then, but that is what won it for me. I was trying to say for that, but since you brought it up, actually that scheme is exactly what won it for me.
Yeah, and he, like I was saying before, like Spitz is very underrated in the sense of, he's only done a couple of battles, so there's not much out there of him. But what is out there, it's like he's done 10 battles already.
Quality over quantity. We want quality over quantity all day.
Yeah, he's the reason I scored it the way I did was because it was like watching, even though like Charlie had the rap flow and Spitz had the battle flow, it was like watching two guys that had 10 battles. And when he pulled the phone out, it's not the first time I've seen it in a battle. I know people are very critical of it, but the way he recovered from it, he knew in himself, he's like, I have to go to my phone.
He just had to see the word and he had it.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't miss, it's not like he was he was down on himself because he had to read his phone. As soon as he read the word, he was bang straight back into it. It was like battle.
And I've been there before where I was like, if I could have just seen that word, I'd have it and I'll be back on point. It's just your brain just does occasionally.
Yeah.
And also just I just want to say that with the way we've scored it, obviously Spitz is the winner between, for us, Spitz is the winner between him and Charlie. But it's not the first time that somebody's actually choked that have won a battle. There was a Frankie versus Oz. Frankie choked. He choked twice in his battle.
Yeah.
And,
I was surprised on that one, though. I was. Even though I love Frankie and I love Oz, but yeah.
Yeah, and he choked, but again, he recovered well. It wasn't like, it wasn't like he sat there for 10 minutes choking. Actually, he was actually...
In all fairness, he did lose a little bit of confidence until the Mad 30G crowd popped him back up and he jumped straight back in there. But there was a moment there where he was just going to give it up. He was. I seen it in his head. Oz was battling him. You would have seen the moment where he thought about giving it up. He's like, I just can't remember.
I feel like we need to save this.
The crowd got behind him. This is all respect to the 30G crowd, because the crowd got behind him, didn't boo him, didn't make him feel bad, but got behind him and then he got it back together and then killed that verse.
But I see. Can I see that? I would say the difference between what with Frankie and this battle is that, because I was in front of him, I saw it. Of course, it felt like a second he was off. Just a second he paused and then he shot back into it. But bar for bar, even on the rewatch for me, what I had presented to him was matched and upped. You know what I mean? In my opinion, as the person who battled him, so I understood that. In
all fairness, with battle rap though, I felt like you came that strong in your first round that you put him off. And all respect for you for doing that.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, that respect has to be given because he couldn't remember his bars. He was like, "Oh, hang on, what the fuck?"
We gotta
where am I?"
save this for when we actually break this
Anyway,
fucking battle down.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Baze, did you have any other points before we move on to Oz's?
Nah.
Sweet. So Oz, you came hard for Charlie. That sounded
mate.
bad.
False.
You've given him 4 points
He doesn't
and
mind
1
the
point to
bags.
Spitz.
I'll tell you why.
Just quickly, the 1 point for Spitz was for stage presence and delivery. There you go. Your brain.
Yeah. Now my brain was
Which is
slightly
opposite
different
of
from
me.
you boys.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. It was slightly different because the way my brain saw it was not. I didn't count. I didn't deduct the point because he choked within the category of delivery. I deducted all the other points because of that, but I preferred his delivery the whole time
Sure.
to Charlie Bucket.
I
Yeah,
can
that's
understand.
He has a very battle rap delivery.
I couldn't have. Yeah, and I couldn't give the matchup 3-2 in any way because for me, as just someone who's grown up with, as soon as someone chokes, you're out. You're done. That's lost.
I agree.
Right?
I was
I
so
totally
close to
understand
having
why you
Someone
guys
said
have
that
done
in
it.
a battle.
Yeah,
Someone
but
said it in
can I
the
say,
video. Oh, no, that's
it's a-
automatic loss.
yeah, it's especially bad for me because it was like a flashback to Nam for me, man. When he pulled out his phone,
PTSD,
I had
bro.
done exactly the same thing. It took me, I believe, 1 minute and 15 seconds to recover. But the problem was, it was at the choke
That's a
point
round.
but I was only a third of the way through my round. So if I needed to check it, and then as soon as I did, I smashed out the rest of the round and the round after that. But I had to do it just for my. I don't freestyle, and that was just my. So when I saw this, man, I was like, "Holy fuck!"
I feel bad for you, brother.
Done. You're
I
done.
feel
you know?
You
bad
had
for
that
you,
post-traumatic
Because without
battle
freestyling, it would
disorder.
It was bad, bro. It was bad, and that's a personal deduction of points. I'm being biased, and I know that's why I'm telling everyone on the camera.
No, this
I
is
had to
fair,
give-
bro.
I had to give all the other points to Charlie Bucket. The crowd interactions, especially with the fucking powder and all that shit, was funny.
Yeah.
And Charlie Bucket
Yeah.
wasn't poor in any of the other categories.
No,
I
I
don't
agree.
disagree. I don't disagree at all.
I agree that Spitz was more refined in all of them because I rate Spitz, right? But I know I'm going to be giving Spitz, better scores going forward, and in for other battles like the Tay Tantra battle. But there's no way I could make it look that this was close, in my opinion, because of that joke. And that's my logic behind it, you know.
I know we were getting over it, but that's the same thought I had on Frankie J. Full love to the man. I think he's got dope bars, but because of the choke, it fucked up. But yeah, anyway, we'll move on.
Man, I can almost fully agree. This is where I was stuck with this battle the most. Is can I give Spitz these points? Can I justify it?
It was hard.
And I was so close, but I just had to.
No, I
it still won it,
understand.
in my opinion. So I get both, and I love that you came with this opinion.
Oh, dude,
So-
I'm telling you, man.
And I love that opinion. I love both our opinions because I would never usually do
I
the
love
same.
you
Like,
all,
it was-
man.
It was rare. It was rare. I'd give someone that chokes the win. Like very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
And that's the only because look, I rate Spitz, and I actually think Spitz needs more confidence in himself, right? So I didn't do this.
Ooh, I think he's
to
confident.
twist the
He
knife.
wants it.
No, I know he does. But like, for example, when I mentioned that he should go at Harlem, right? And I said that would be a great battle at some
That would
point.
be great.
He's like,
actually.
oh
I
yeah,
love
I'm
that
not
battle.
sure if I'm ready for that. And look, I highly agree that Harlem's
He's
a
not
very
ready to
competent.
beat Harlem.
Yeah, but I think that
But he's ready to take him.
if he thinks that Harlem is that much more, he should be battling him faster because that
That's
type
my
of
point.
clash.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the type of clash that it really helps you just upgrade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's if you start thinking about it like, I have to come even harder, I have to do even better than I've ever done. And that's the only reason why when he said that, I thought, okay, I know he's hungry, but he does need to really be ambitious, right?
Yeah.
And this is where I rate Vanek. Okay, like I didn't want to knock him down as many pegs as going to where he's gone to my brother's first opponent. Like you get what I mean? That's pretty.
Save it for the prediction episode.
No, but I'll save that for prediction episode. But I'm just saying, like, my whole point was to give him a benchmark to get higher, not lower.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'll sit here and I'll say I want to knock him down a few pegs. You know what I mean? Like battle rap shit. But in reality, I wanted to bring him up a few pegs.
Yeah.
So I find that a really weird thing. Like I actually think Vanek's a great battler.
Yeah.
It's such a
But it can be a big career move taking on someone that can take you out.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
right.
I talk
That's
I
right.
talk about it all the time. We were talking about it with my upcoming battle, and I've been fortunate enough for all of my battles I've ever done. I think I've leveled up because of the opponent I had to face every
That's
single
right.
time.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Dirty G's for giving me sweats, Breaking Bread giving me Eric. Those last two, I feel like I had to work.
And this
Yeah.
new one, you're going to have to be on top of your game also, brother.
100% in a whole different way too. I'm really
Yeah.
trying to just level up hard on this one.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next week.
But see, that's the hunger these young fellas need. You know, level it up every time.
Yeah,
Whether you win or lose,
it's just
level
going
up,
back.
level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to Oz's point, that's the hunger you need because
God, I just want to add
Yeah.
to. I'm sorry.
Go hard, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Bates. Add away.
Yeah, no, okay, so it's one of the reasons that again we'll talk about it next week, but it's one of the reasons that Lone Soldier is battling
yeah.
because
Yep.
for that exact reason,
Yep.
got a guy who is headlining an upcoming battle, is considered an amazing freestyler,
Yeah.
and Danny's on that level up. So
Can you do me a favour for 30 Gs? You got to give him a title for the most active, whoever wins, because they're both the most active.
Well,
Yeah.
what's it called? At the same time, Sweats has only actually done, I think, 3 battles for us. So
For you, I mean, but he's very
but-
active. But yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
the
what's it
most
called,
active
like-
battle. You don't have to give him an award, but yeah.
That's the thing. That's why Danny got our first lifetime member award. He's what's it called? He's always welcome. He never has to pay for an entry. Like that guy is committed not only to 30G but to the culture, to
Shout out
always
to
improving.
Danny's work, man, and the stepping up against Sweats. That's crazy. We're gonna break that down
But
more
that's
anyway.
exactly
so
what
holy
That'll be
crap.
exactly like what we were talking about is
And
you
big
know
respect for his
you-
diss versus Clinton.
yeah. Well, that battle's not going ahead anymore apparently.
No,
so.
no, he dropped the diss track. That's good enough, bro. Oh, I didn't mind it. Okay, like you can pick on whatever, but he actually came pretty hard. He had some good points in there. I listened to it pretty intently. I'm like, oh. Yeah. There's some moments in there, like, yeah, bro. Like, so I'll
Someone
give him more
clip this, send
respect
it
for
to
that. It's
Danny.
battle rap in a way too. It's still battle rap.
Damn. But yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
And
have
he's
that
coming
hunger.
home.
And Danny might just be the most hungry person in battle rap right now. So shout out for you for putting those together. And I know you've prided yourself and said it before in previous
Handy.
episodes about you guys thinking about your matchups, planning about your
Yeah, bro.
matchups, and it's so obvious on this card for coming up in January.
So the
It's-
last thing I'll say on this episode is the one thing that I think is really, really important, doesn't matter what league you're in or if you're a part of the admin or if you're feeding information to the admin team about who you'd like to battle or like the battle's got to make sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like there's like, for instance, there's not, I would Blue versus Deliver. Like you've got one guy that's done 40 battles and you've got a guy who hasn't debuted yet. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't
And
make sense.
I changed his nappy when he was a baby. So
Yeah, but I was
that's
gonna say
but
the
what's it called?
personals, bro.
But I would set it up
that's it.
in
I've
once
seen how
Blue's
little his
done
doodle is.
10 battles.
Yeah.
That would make sense because he's got
Yeah.
he's got the experience. He's got
Yep.
the know-how,
Well,
the
you gotta
how
laugh.
the format. You know what I mean? Where
yeah.
you could just walk in there and freestyle against him and beat him right now. So
Yes.
there's no point in setting
We
up
would like
a
to
battle
beat
that
the
doesn't
diff like
make
that.
sense. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
I love
Yeah,
my
so
brother's
shout out-
confidence. He would like to say I couldn't just freestyle it, but I love that about him.
Maybe
I still
maybe we
think I
do.
could, but yeah.
Maybe we do a battle bar battle episode where the 5 of us have to, do a little 1-minute scheme on each other or some shit.
Oh,
If you-
I
if-
know about
if
that.
you wanna-
I'm a compliment battle guy.
Harlem,
Yeah, we
stop
can-
scaring everyone. We do that for fun every day, but this
Right,
comes
yeah. So Soap
Yeah,
Suns has
shit.
said something in the chat. He said, that's why I always say to battlers, your dream battle isn't what I'm asking when I ask who they want.
Yeah,
So,
agree.
yeah.
Totally agree. 100%.
That's right.
Wait, can I just ask you all that question right now? Okay, maybe not so Bades, but out of the 3 battlers or the 4 battlers here, who do you want? That's a good question right now. Why it's on there.
Should we quickly do the halftime split and come back and continue this conversation?
What time are we at?
Yeah, 50. Yeah,
50
quickly
minutes.
jump back in. The chat said Shaky still hasn't paid for teams. Bloody Italians. Like, I didn't say it. Also,
Don't
the
call them
fastest
that,
English
please.
battle to reach 1 million
Whoa,
views.
whoa. He is Italian.
You don't get it at all?
Arguably. Has he ever been to Italy?
Yeah.
You'd have to ask him, mate. You know what?
No.
He's probably lived there.
Harlem, you still need
that's
it.
something for the interviews. For everyone's information, Shaky will be our first guest. When that happens is yet to be determined, but Shaky's probably going to be our first guest.
Yeah,
So,
Harlem,
Mr.
you're
30
still
G's
needed.
is...
Do you want to tell them why Shaky's going to be
Just
our
generally.
first?
Okay. Shaky has always got an input. He loves this battle rap shit. He's pretty important to the battle rap scene because what he's done for 30 G's, which actually brought a lot of us out of retirement, like myself included. Shads.
Me too.
We were ranked 1 and 2 this year, and that's thanks to 30 G's.
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
excited to.
I wouldn't,
hear.
and I just want to say something about Pipes. I know all the history and everything, Pipes approached me and asked me to come back and show the young fellas how it's done. Just, give them a standard and shit. I was like, yeah, okay, I don't battle anymore. Blue would know this. I was just doing my own thing. I wasn't rapping anymore.
Yep.
And he got me back into this, and look what's going on from this. So I'm going to give Pipes that little bit of respect because as soon as I came there,
it would never have happened. It would never have lit the fire that it has without him.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I wouldn't have came back. No offense to Shaky or you, I didn't really know yous. Okay, like I've got a rapport with
100%, bro. That's what I'm saying. Without him,
Pipes asked me to come back. I was like, course, brother, course. Okay, everyone else has got their thing, but without obviously Shaky paying for a lot of things and making things happen financially, without you holding it down your way, none of this would have happened. So a lot of respect for 30 G's for bringing this back in this way.
Yeah,
mad.
Especially me and Shads, because I know we probably both wouldn't be back without you.
No, well, look. At the end of the day, I've always said it, and I've said it from the start. He will always be important to Australian battle rap, and to get 30 G's off the ground, he was 100% needed. Like it, people like if me and Shaky got together and go, hey, we're going to create a battle league, but no one has been active for the last 10 years, and then we go and say, hey, bro, I know you don't know me, but do you want to come back? Like, he's going to be like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly right. Not
like
to
100%. It was all meant to happen.
100%.
And not to
I
mince
give
words.
respect where respect is due.
They were not to mince words, right? And not to be harsh when I say this, but he literally brought legitimacy to 30 G's.
100%
Mikey Pipes, that is. And that's why the shout-outs is needed, 100%.
And that's exactly why me and Shads came out.
And I have rapport with Bates now. And I have rapport with Bays now, and Shaky and I are mates now. So because of that,
great. They're great.
Yeah.
I
think it all started from that spark. So that was great. So
I think the main thing we can take, we can all take away.
4 of the 5 are on that card.
Yeah.
So look what's happening from that. So thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
And I want to give a big thank you to our 20 YouTube subscribers. If you guys don't know, we're working our way to 100 YouTube subscribers and doing the big special battle of Snipes versus 360 Cursor.
Before we move on, I'll go back to the question we were asking before. And Bates, I want you to answer a different way. Bro. I want you to see what battle do you want to see one of us in, but us we can have our own favourite battle. So you just your question's slightly changed. So Blue, who do you want to battle next after G-Megs?
Oh, I'll take Danny on. I don't know.
That
that could work.
I feel like he's a
Don't
pretty.
be putting it out there, brother. If you're not
Yeah, I'm
gonna
a
do
bit
it.
scared to say it, bro. Shit.
In all fairness, Danny is a step up from G-Megs.
Yeah.
G-Megs could be dope if he just put his time into writing his battles and actually learning them. Like I actually need to say this. I actually rate his freestyles highly, and I feel like because my brother's battling him, I'm a little bit biased there. I keep bad mouthing him. I actually think G-Megs is the G, and he could freestyle hard to a beat. His nomadic battle was less impressive than all the others I've seen.
Yep.
But
I think he got in his head with that one because he realized he tried to do what nomadic does, but nomadic did it better.
Yeah.
And he got stuck there. I felt like he started doing his impersonation and got stuck there. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
But in all fairness, Danny is that little step up because Danny obviously has a photographic memory. If he can battle that often and he's never choked yet, he seems to be pretty smooth.
He puts in the.
Yeah,
he must put in extra bit of time and effort, bro.
Well, he told me he's got a photographic memory, so he just writes it and it's done. It's up there. I wish, brother.
Well, what's it called? Like you guys are, most easy in the 30G chat anyway. Mate, you see how often it's together a song. You know what I mean? Whether it's good, bad, or whatever. It's
but in all fairness,
he's like, I'm going to put this in a song, and it's 2 hours later, it's already done. So
I make a song a day.
But Blue put it in an hour later.
Yeah, I make a song a day.
So for an hour later.
Twitch, by Blue SP, I make a song a day.
I used to do that too till I up my game, Blue. Just got to up it a bit more. It takes
Yeah.
I actually want to. I have a warning for G-Megs actually, and it's not because of to uplift the Blue because he's here, but I would say that G-Megs cannot lose what makes him personable to others, what people enjoy from G-Megs, trying to improve and write the way he thinks maybe others want him to. He has to stick to who he is because that's what makes people like him. But he has to come harder than he has. That's all he has to do. But if he starts changing things up too much, it can really fall off for him, and I don't want to see that because Blue is very comfortable in his own skin, and that's why I have to give him that warning, because I know you're going to be personable. So G-Megs, just be careful, bro.
I got to give my love to G-Megs too. He's a homie. He's mad. When I came down to Melbourne for my last battle, he wanted to catch up.
On him, but I'm not.
No,
yeah.
I can't wait.
So how about you, Oz? Do you want to go next?
Yeah. Go Oz.
I have my next matchup, boys. It's the only person I could possibly want.
Okay, who's on your bucket list though? There has to be someone else.
Oh no, I tell you, he's always been on my bucket list because we came up together.
That's
so for
fair,
me,
that's very fair.
It's like when I heard that Sturdy was going to battle him, I'm not going to lie, a little part of me was quite envious because I was like, oh damn, I always had that in the back of my mind one day, but okay, kind of thing. But then now that it's happening, man, it is. I can't picture wanting to battle anyone else unless, I get inspired watching someone coming up or seeing a battle from someone I know that's really crazy different. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm really excited for this one because of where he comes from, who he is, and I'm going to be very happy. I'm very happy with this particular match. I can't think of any other person I could wish to battle, to be honest. I'm not saying that
I wouldn't mind seeing you versus Nick Gooch for the same reasons.
I do like Nick Gooch, and look, it's the same with I know
the same reasons.
Shaky brought up Elusive. And Shaky brought up Elusive. See, Elusive was around my time, man. Like he was coming up as well, and I really like the bloke, and I'm sure he'd be really good at battling. I must admit, I haven't seen a lot more of his battles from back then because, like I said, I just cut ties with everything. But yeah, there's a bunch of people that I don't know I would have fun with, but in terms of people I would actively want to battle, actually, I'll tell you, no, I'm not gonna lie. The one person I instantly wanted to battle, and just because I know it would be really fun, is Dusky, right? I said that a long time ago, and Dusky was interested as well. But
he's probably listening right now.
He's in the chat.
A long time, man. But he knows.
Someone Dusky. You're on everyone's hit list, bro. Get back into this shit.
Oh no, because I think it was also because I watched the Someone Sick vs Dusky battle, and it was a
Yeah,
really different battle
I love
from
that
what I
battle.
expected. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll be watching that in this podcast eventually, very soon.
I
Yeah,
think
near
it's
future.
it's in the Perth we're going next. So whatever, how many weeks away that is, that's where we'll be going next.
and to be
Wow.
perfectly honest, like part of that kind of desire is not because, and I'm not giving him shit. It's not because his writing is really interesting to me or this aspect. It's kind of like his personality. I feel like
love
he's
his
like
personality.
the slightly retarded younger brother I've always wanted, right? And I love Dusky for that. Like I honestly love him for that.
Oh,
Not
poor
because
man,
he's
poor
retarded,
man.
but because he reminds me of like a younger brother, like you, the way you talk to Blue. That's the way I see his Dusky.
Yeah.
Not because he's slow or anything.
You're retarded, Blue.
Yes.
No. The point being
Yes, I'm special finally.
personality. It's the personality that I rate a lot with Dusky, and I know that he would come hard, man. Like he's like a good 3 feet
Balls.
taller than me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's got a very strong delivery.
Is
I
he
would
that
say
tall,
he's probably on match. He's probably
About your
my
height
match
there.
with delivery.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what I
only
mean,
5'10".
Dusky?
I'm sure.
Yeah, he'd only be 6 foot.
Yeah, and, mate, bro, I'm 5'9". I'm short as
Yeah,
fuck.
we're the same.
Average
height,
height.
Yeah.
Short gang.
6 foot in shoes.
But that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's
what
not
sort
like
of shoes are we talking, Blue? Come on.
Heels.
that's what my point being is the
Dusky was a
kind
good
of
one for you, bro.
matches who excite me are people. It's not necessarily the bars, the experience, or it's just people. I get like someone sick. There was the same thing. He intrigued me, bro, right from the get go. The way he was messaging me, I was giggling, fucking going to work and shit.
Awesome banner.
Yeah,
awesome
and
banner.
Dusky has the best banter, pre-battle banter. He's really quick, bro. He's really
I
quick with
find
going
some
back
of these
and forth with the
Adelaide
insult.
boys take him a little bit the wrong way because I've got a very similar personality to Dusky. We get along really good, but we're both
He's a legend.
bald-headed, weird.
That's why we're jumping on the Dusky train. There's a reason.
A lot of people take
we
him wrong. He's a
adopted
good bloke.
Yeah, no, he is.
Dusky's
Sorry,
a
mate.
GG.
And that's the whole point.
There's a reason we adopted
around,
him.
you know.
Mm.
Yeah, but I was
Nice.
joking around. But honestly, that's the only other person I've even like tickled my interest in terms
All right,
of wanting
you know
to
what
do
your
more.
next battle
You know what I
for
mean?
Osborne is now.
No, I said to Dusky, I told him I've got shit in my family.
Oh, the papers.
Next year's gonna be hard. It's gonna
I'm
be real hard
fucking
for me,
chuffed
bro.
that you're coming back battling again. Just for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one, at least.
But that's the thing. It's not that it won't happen, but it might be when I'm 50, not when I'm 40. You know what I mean? I don't know when I'm going to battle Dusky.
Cool.
I'd love to do it, but I can't commit to anything outside of Matt. And Matt, I have to put everything into this last one, like I'm never doing it again. So that drive makes you really
as far
hungry.
as I know, it's your retirement match.
That's right. So
Deal.
my buzz will be the retirement
Go
match
hard
worthy
as
of
motherfuck.
myself. That's the
All right,
plan.
we'll
you
go
know?
Harlem, mate. We're moving on. What do you reckon,
Yeah.
Harlem?
It's sorry, just real quick. It's like the Elton John retirement. He'll come back.
John
But,
Farnham.
yeah, John Farnham always coming back.
The
So
farewell
mine,
tour, seventh time.
Well, it's like that rug. It's like that rug shop. That rug shop that's always got the ads going out of sale. It's been going out of sale for 15 years.
Yeah. Exactly.
What about you,
yeah.
Harlem?
Yeah, so I've got a battle coming up February 7th against Big Deej, man. I'm not going to go into that at all right now because we've got the predictions episode coming up very soon. So tune in for that. But what I want next, man, I've been doing battles.
Your dream not next. Who do you want as your dream battle?
Yeah,
Not
but
next.
if I were to have my dream battle next, I'm guessing is what I'm saying. Like if I could have my dream battler as my next battle,
You possibly could. You're fucking good, bro.
Well, look, I don't.
Get off his dick,
I've been battling for nearly 2 years straight now, nearly every 3 months or something like that. And I was planning on taking a full break from battling this year. So I
music. Yeah.
That's big.
yeah. I'm seeing Bates in the corner. But the stuff going on in the scene right now is keeping me so hungry. It's almost impossible to step away from any of this stuff, man. But if I had to pick, it is kind of realistic in my brain, but also scary. I wouldn't want to go any bigger or if people would say more skilled than this person, but I think I would want to do Shads. Because
Well, you
he's
don't want to
he's
go
at
any higher than number one? Okay.
no higher. I just meant like my dream battle
Okay,
is not
don't be too humble now, Harlem.
No, I just mean my dream battler is not one on the all-time list. It's not one in an international list. I love
He's the
Anderson
current number
Burris
one,
right now. I think we could do two really good comedians. I'd love to battle Luna C.
Anderson Burris is the
Oh,
best,
bro, he's my favorite.
Luna C is my all-time favorite battler of all time.
Same.
No wonder we got the same opinions, bros.
Well, you
Yeah,
versus would be
brother.
absolutely fucking dope, and I would love to see
Yeah,
that, bro.
definitely.
But in saying all of that, if I got offered any of those battles I just stated right now, I don't know if I'd say yes. Because it's like what we were talking about earlier. I'm not sure where exactly I want to take my career next. I also know how bad I could cop an L from some of these skilled motherfuckers, and I don't know if I want to put myself in that position just yet. I've had a fun streak, so I would love to battle Shads. I think that would take me from this level up I'm about to do to a whole nother level up. I don't know if I will be able to beat him with, but I would try my very hardest. I don't think I have it in me.
Yeah.
I don't
and he's
mentally
both
think.
humble. I love that.
Yeah, and I just don't think my dream would not be to take on anyone bigger than that in any bigger capacity, to be honest, because I don't.
Well, there's no one bigger than that right now. He is the man right now.
No, I mean internationally. I mean in the world.
No, we're talking
not,
Australia.
I'm not ready.
Top of Australia.
I'm not ready to get like super smoked in a battle on any stage.
Dunn D and you're safe. You're pretty good against most people. You make it super smoked. Dunn D, manners.
Yeah, let's move on to you, D. What about you?
I have not made it a secret. It is Vega.
Yeah, the rematch.
I feel like it's a controversial loss I took at the day. Like, people know if they know what was going on at the time. I feel like I've got what it takes to beat Vega, and I'd love a rematch there, basically, without talking too much smack. You know what I mean?
No smack talk involved.
I know he's not going to come out of retirement for it. I've actually tried to go him and LJ both out of retirement to go for the Real Talk title. But if both of them didn't want to come out for it, I didn't feel like it's the Real Talk. I don't need to bother anymore because they're apparently too good for it. So that's the truth. So I must be too. I just didn't realise. I didn't get the memo. But you know what I mean? But hey, we can. You know what I mean? And this tournament is going to go on with Real Talk and for the Real Talk title. Fucking full respect. I'm not taking anything away from that.
Yeah.
It's just like apparently you get to a certain level and you don't have to do things.
It's also just hard to convince those type of egos.
But Vega, listen, brother, Mr. Wally Lewis, fucking Ragnar looking bloke over there.
Yeah, the rematch needs to happen.
Rematch, bro. Rematch.
D obviously wants that to happen.
Rematches.
Well, that's what dreams, bro.
The only bloke I've ever rematched is Cos. He beat me the first time. I got in the second. So I'll redemption my losses, bro. I'll redemption my losses. There's a few. But anyway, no, full respect to Vega, you're a G, bro. But that is who I would choose to battle again. If not LJ, I haven't battled yet. But I would like to battle LJ just for that, he defended the Real Talk title 4 times. That counts a G.
Yeah.
Just to go, like, okay, like, clearly, like, we got to have that battle one day. But otherwise, full respect to everyone I just mentioned. I only mention you because I respect you.
Yeah,
Matt.
Yeah, Soap Studs
I think
in
you
chat.
had to...
Can I just jump in with chat?
Go hard.
Soap Sud said, will any of you be taking part in the Money in the Bank tournament?
I think one of us are.
I can't say.
One statement clear. I've said I've bowed out about 3 times now. The people know my statement there.
Look, I am possibly jumping in the ring. That's all I'll say.
Thinking about it.
I'm
so
hungry,
put your
man.
house on Harlem.
But it's not finalized 100%. It'll all come to fruition. What's happening real soon? I've just got lots happening, bro. I love making music as well outside of battling, so I'm trying to make it all happen.
Moving to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm moving to Melbourne, bro. Like tomorrow. So.
No, shout out
You
to
can do
Soap
music
Buds,
anywhere,
man.
though.
Yeah,
You can do
fair.
music
Was-
anywhere. Why move to Melbourne if you're not going to battle, though?
Yeah, that's
Was there
right.
any other chat comments?
Oh, no, that was
Dusky
it. That
just
was it.
said much love for all the love we was showing him before.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Shout
but,
out to the Soap Suds, man.
Yeah.
Before we
Yeah,
move
man.
on and get our favourite things out, because we're dragging on, Babes, who was your dream matchup?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're going all time, I'd love to see Manners versus Dunn D. I think it's a
Actually,
battle
that's
that never
fucking
happened.
smoking. That's smoking. Yeah, I know.
I think that's the battle that, like, it
Should
was
happen.
almost
It should
happened, but it
happen.
didn't.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a battle for each one of you, I'd pick
I have a
go.
list.
Yeah.
maybe.
That's what he does. He's a matchmaker.
Yep.
So for Blue, so I'm only basing my my matchup with Blue off the music that I've heard Blue make,
It's pretty good.
because obviously Blue hasn't battled before, especially off that the. I think that was one of your best performances. So for
Straight off some
me,
bars.
I think for me, I'd love to see you versus Shaky.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Shaky.
I said no.
purely-
I said no.
I know, but
That's actually a
purely
killer
on the
matchup.
fact,
I'm sorry.
purely on the
but
fact,
it's
right?
so-
No. All jokes aside, purely on the fact that Shaky can be intimidating, as you know, he's extremely confident. He can, you know, control the crowd, all that type of shit. But I think that if you came at him lyrically, you would almost put him off. So that's
And
just
also
what
Blue could almost come if he came with that confidence as well. That might also put him off, having someone
Blue,
who's
I
quite
actually-
confident
I
like
actually know my
himself.
brother quite well, and I don't think Blue will be put off by Shaggy's confidence.
I'm pretty
It's the
confident.
shaky swagger. It's shaky swagger that wins the crowd. It's a bit special. It's a little bit different. And I'd
Yeah.
rather you have a few battles under your belt before you
Yeah,
took
no,
on the
no.
Shake.
This is
Yeah,
just
great.
battles that I
Yeah,
I would,
let
like,
Bades
like- proper
Very good, yeah.
matchups that I would like.
No, but they
guys
put this to
in
me, and I said
that
no.
would make
I said
sense.
nope.
Yeah.
He took it and then spoke to you and you talked him out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, yeah, he did. And I was like, bro, as your brother, no, not your first battle, bro.
Bades
Shaky's
over
gonna
here
do
is
something
like-
to you.
They were setting me
Bades
up.
is like the battle Tinder. He will set up
Yeah.
the right shit. He's
Yeah.
E
And
Harmony,
I
bro.
swiped-
But
I
it's B
swiped
Harmony.
I
Battle
swiped
Harmony.
right on Shaky for my brother. I left.
Alright,
Wait, you swiped right
yeah,
on your
that's-
brother?
That's a.
Moving on, I would go for Oz. One that I would really like to see, you know, if we,
Oh, you're freezing. You're freezing.
Hang on.
Yeah,
You're
take a
getting a bit
breather.
glitchy, bro. Oh,
Okay.
now you're
well,
moving.
we good? We good?
Now we're dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I would love to choose somebody like a Vega,
Very
because
technical.
I think you're very technical. So you've got a very technical battler that can be very funny versus a technical bar heavy battler. So I think it's quite a good matchup.
That'd be
You
good.
know, it's funny. It's very interesting because I never would have thought of it, and like I think as well that, as I was saying before, I would say it's a dream matchup because I don't think I would ever be interested in battling Vega. Not because I don't rate him, I do. He was a really good bloke for one, but I really highly rate his performances, and he is bar heavy. But it's kind of like if there's not like an excitement to the name in terms of a personality. I'm not saying he doesn't have a personality, but what sort of
Real
how
talk,
do you
love
say
him.
it? It's like how no, but the way I see it is there's a type of magnetism to opponents, right? For some people, and for me, it's like it doesn't matter who rates who or why. It's really just whether that magnetism I feel from a person. So, like you brought up before, someone brought up Nick Gooch before, right? I want to give the guy his flowers. When I watched his battle, I did feel that.
I think he's a good matchup.
I did feel that
Dusky
with
lost
him
the idea
because
too.
I really rate his type of writing. And then ironically, not ironically, but coincidentally, of all the bars I wrote against someone sick, there was one that was really only for me, right? And he commented on the video saying that he thought that was majestic or something like that. Now, it just goes to show you that there's that type of sort of similarity with some people, and they're the type of people I like to go for, not necessarily who is exactly the same as me, but that I get that vibe from, that we've got a we can both bounce off each other in a way that I would find satisfaction.
You make what you'd hope be a classic.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly
want to cut
right.
anyone
Exactly
off,
right.
but we got to let Bades get these out and keep it moving.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
No, I was agreeing with you. Yeah.
So, I don't know if you've actually battled him before, D, but I'd love to see you versus Arrows.
No, that'd be dope.
What's it called? Because he's
different styles.
Way like completely opposite styles. Both can be aggressive, but don't have to be. And
I'm not tall, but he is short.
Yeah, he's short, but he is a different animal as a battler and a freestyler. Different animal altogether. And the last one, for Harlem, I actually like him and I have spoken about this before, but I actually think him versus Shads would be a good matchup. I just wanted to comment on that.
I think that'll be done.
But I think for me, I think a dream matchup. I think a dream matchup for Harlem would be, because Harlem is extremely charismatic. He's funny. He's got bars. So like you'd have to almost put someone aggressive against him. So I would actually like to see someone like Donkey.
Shads. Well, what about Shads? That'd be a clash of styles. Someone full bellowing aggressive versus, Harlem's
100%. And that's why it was Harlem's, dream matchup. But like someone like Donkey who, you kind of don't know how to take him. Like, is 100%. He being serious? Is he not? Like, I think that would almost elevate Harlem to a different level.
Oh yeah, that's a good matchup.
That would be like the matchup before the Shads battle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I agree. That'd be amazing. I'd love to see Donkey in the battle. And Donkey would do it too.
Suggest that either. So
well, Donkey's about to get dipped by me next. So don't worry.
Don't give me a left footed, brother.
Vanek choked against me, so imagine what's going to happen. Well,
I'm going to say
realistic here.
That's a battle I can't predict. That's a battle I refuse to predict. You versus Donkey, because Donkey's one of my favorites, man. Like in the
but he's already been shafted, so he's already been predicted.
And what's it called? If I was like, I've told Shaky this. What's it called? I do have one battle in me this year. So what's it called? Obviously, you'd only like I've done a compliment battle with D-backs. I was about to say, what's it called? Like, if I like, it's purely only because I got the personals. Like,
you got him.
Yeah, you got him.
It's only because I got the personals. But other than that, I would like to battle alone.
1 second.
Just because.
Yeah.
Because he would be someone that inspires me to go, oh, he's actually hungry. Like, so someone like, I think Lone would be somebody that I would be like, not that I'm like, oh, I'd beat him, because I reckon he'd wash me, but I just feel like I would like need that. Yeah. So that's just if I was to
it'd be funny to be an element of an empower of balance, because you are the VP of 30G. And he's
a lifetime member.
The lifetime member. So there's that, but also he would come quite aggressive, so that would actually be really fun to watch, man. Because I still have to check out your battles, man. The one you mentioned.
I've only
watched the sturdy one. I watched the live version there.
No, but I want to watch one at our debut.
No, not sturdy. I'm shaky. Sorry.
No. I battled D-backs. We did a compliment battle.
But before that, Bates, you said that my debut, you were there.
Yeah, so I battled Wilno on that card.
I have to watch it because I think
there's no footage. There's no footage, bro.
Why just?
What
happened?
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
It was never recorded, bro.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's annoying, man.
Yeah, what's it called? And honestly, like I did because I was like 23 at the time, so I was an angry person anyway. Angry with the world. The world owed me something. So you know, I
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I came very aggressive towards Wilno. I went. You know, I didn't try and. You know, we were talking earlier about you know, like stealing bars and you know and stuff like that. One of the bars I actually wrote for him, I actually got the start of it from a Tiny Temper song. And you know, like it was like bar black sheep, you know, and I was like, and Tiny Temper said that, and I was like, bro, that's a great way to start a bar, and so I used that in my bar for Wilno, and I was I'm gonna spit you a little nursery rhyme. Bar black sheep, hip hop rap sheep. Tried to get your mum in the middle of my backseat. You know, so it went like you know straight into that. But it was like I got inspiration from that bar that Tiny Temper spat. So I just it was something we were talking about earlier.
That's a slightly different thing though, because that is inspiration. If Tiny Temper used that in a battle, then that is taking it from a battle.
He's still a musician, and he's still somebody. Like even when I wrote it, I was like, oh, you know, someone's gonna say something because you know at the time it was a big song, and I was like, oh, somebody's gonna say something, but obviously nobody listened to the song. So
sorry to get us all off track here, but I think we've been going an hour and a half now. We got to do this.
Yeah, I was just about to chime in. I've only got like 10 more minutes till I can bounce out, guys. So
all right, let's do Dunn D versus Head Ice.
Do you mind if I go first with my ranking?
Yep, definitely. That's fine.
Yep. Yeah, go hard, bro. Yeah.
Sweet. So we will just say Dunn D. No, I love the yarns. I think we've had some good chats and good side chats as well. So there's
you did it again, mate. The same thing again.
Crazy.
You done it again. What the fuck? Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. Holy damn.
Crazy.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say quickly, Dunn D won all 5 votes overall, but not clean wins. We're gonna break it down. First of all, I voted a 3-2 win to Dunn D. I gave Head Ice the rhymes and multis, and I gave Head Ice the stage presence and delivery. Damn, I can see where Osborne and I have similar. I'm starting to see patterns.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
For me, this was the hardest one of the week to pick because I love Head Ice, man. I love his delivery. OG, a master of it. But Dundee is very much the same too. And at that point when he was battling, it was incredibly clean. It was not easy giving any of the points away except for crowd reaction and interaction. Dundee definitely had the Australian crowd in his favour. But even in saying that, like Head Ice still got so much love.
Yeah, exactly.
Considering a lot of his schemes and stuff weren't even stuff that the Australian crowd should get. Like he was still getting eaten up. And I was going through the comments and you see that people going, wow, this crowd really just loved it anyway. You know what I mean? Like they weren't there just to like ride Dundee's dick. So I love that. And gave I.C.E the respect he deserved. I just gave him.
Overall, we've all given him rhymes and multis.
Yes. Oh, damn. That's interesting. It was a close one, too, because I think Dundee is still very technical. I think he had some incredible rhymes and multis in there. But Head Ice is, oh, man, there's so many clever ones in there. I could just start listing heaps of them, but I really had to give him those rhymes and multis. Some of them would go over people's heads and might not have picked it up on the night and all that stuff.
And no offense, some of them were a little bit lame. Like you're going to put a stopwatch on a block of cheese and it's the only way you watch cheddar. Like,
But there were one or two times with Dunn D's that I was like, okay, that's all right. But, you know, like,
what
it
I
happens to
can say
everyone.
about Dunn D's battle style is he bungs on the Aussie accent a little too much for me. But
Well, this is a point I was going to say.
He doesn't need to.
This is why I gave stage presence and delivery to Head Ice, because this is a preference for me. I loved his delivery, and you could tell he's done it so many times. The way he's moving his hands as he delivers it, you know. Now he's over here, and then he's here. Now think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like a lot of people can say that's corny as shit, but you might not understand. That's the sort of delivery that goes off in America. That's where he comes from. That's what it's like over there.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
I still got to give my props to Dunners on that point too. The way he could run it back and control the crowd, and he knew when to run it back.
Was killer.
He wasn't slipping on a single bar. It wasn't an easy giveaway to Head, but damn, that was crazy delivery. Lots of fun, and I love seeing that. I so dope that I would like to give it a golden star. Bam! Press the buzzer.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
Perfect.
That's my opinion. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I respect that.
Yeah.
Should we just go over that now quickly? Does everyone want to give it a golden buzzer, or anyone disagreeing?
Not for me.
I'm not quite giving the golden buzzer, no.
No, so Justice is out.
I think it's still a great battle.
Yeah, fair enough, bro.
That's fair.
So we'll go straight
Harlem,
to you, D.
If you need to go, Harlem, we'll just jump into your favorite bar.
Tap out. Yeah,
we'll go to your favorite bar.
Yeah, we'll go to a favorite bar. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Sorry for chopping it up and getting it.
But Dunner's won 5-0.
This
so
is
easy done.
And my favorite bar is from this battle, so it is relevant. Let's play the bar.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell everyone all the different ways you're going to shoot me.
My bad. Some reason it's playing out my speakers. Sorry. Let me quickly fix that.
You're right. So this is... I'll just say quickly, this is from his first round. It was not easy to pick a favorite. And D and I, a few of us said in the group chat that, like, of course, one of the best schemes in this was the nosebleed section, the Australian. It wasn't invented till I.C.E came up in '93. Like
that's my bars that I chose.
Exactly.
I was hoping
someone had to choose them.
I was hoping.
Yeah, but this was almost like close to, and I had a feeling someone else was going to pick the other one too. So that's why I picked this one.
Yeah,
go ahead and tell everyone all the different ways you're going to shoot me. But I think that you forget something. Well, you just went through a bunch of international airport security checks, fuckhead. It ain't like you put a bag tag on your strap and sent it through as collect luggage, picked it up off the carousel, acted casual, and they let you through when you left customs. So you were talking out your bloody ass if you claim you got text busted. You ain't in Kansas anymore, Toto. You're in the land of dog shots and death punches. What's your point?
This is such a good story.
Anymore, Toto. You're in the land of dog shots and death punches. Watch how quick I get my mug shot in the newspaper if you show him disrespect, brother. Front page, hit the ice, fucked him up. Ben Cousins.
In all respect to my stepdad back in the day, Wayne, he got killed by by one punch.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
and
just like you're saying, so yes, it definitely happens in Australia.
Yeah, and it shows the time that it was, because I remember back when One Punch Kills were all over the news, and it was a huge thing. And so it was it was relevant of the time too. Yep. So this is another thing.
Same with the Ben Cousins thing.
Yeah, the Ben Cousins shout out, that sort of thing. While you mentioned it, D, I will say something
rest in peace to Wayne. Rest in peace to Wayne. While I'm not on that
in peace,
topic.
brother.
That's my stepdad. And that's exactly how we went in that exact same time. So I feel you bar.
And rest in peace to Pat Stay. He got a shout out in this battle as well, which was showing the time it was and whatnot. You know, in a way, I'm not saying it's a great thing all the time to see these things because it can be sad. But I am always interested in looking back on the history and noticing these bits and culture references and stuff. I'm always one to reference pop culture and stuff. So yeah, it's always interesting and going, oh, Ben Cousins, like that was
exactly,
all over the place, bro.
I love you're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
So good. That was one he had to run back. D, you mentioned earlier with Dunn D's delivery. This is something I wanted to bring up too. Like, I love it. I absolutely love the delivery. I think if he was a little bit less on the Ocker Australian cunt, which I know was part of the joke and the delivery, it's all part of it. But if he was a little bit cleaner on the articulation and stuff, he might have had an extra point from me, I think. I also think he kept it super Australian to the point where if he took that to America, none of that would have worked. So I had to put that in my head and go,
that
yeah,
was
you had.
Well done.
Okay, so when he battled me, he had less of the Ocker accent, and I thought it was way better. So if you use that same sort of accent on that battle, I felt like it would have been better. But I gave him clean sweep almost. So.
I also think Dunn D would have had to write a completely different battle if he was doing that battle against Head Ice in America. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, completely. He couldn't have had any
to do
of
with
that
school
shit that
shootings.
actually lands so hard. At
Exactly.
the end, in the third round,
Couldn't
that wouldn't have worked over there.
Couldn't do all those Australian references and stuff. So I'm not saying it's unfair that he did so or whatever. But they were just things I took into consideration as well.
Exactly,
But I'm gonna tap out, guys. Thanks for letting me say my piece and giving me my fave bars and shit. I'll watch the rest of this after anyway on the upload. But big love to everyone. Big love to Amber Region and all of our sponsors. Peace out, guys. Have a great night.
See you later, bro.
Have a good one.
Cheers, man. Thanks again.
All right, Deliver, do you want to run the ship?
Yeah, we'll just move through it. Go to mine now.
Sweet.
Okay, so Delivers up next. He's given it 4-1 to Dunn D, given Head Ice, Rhymes, and Multi, but given Dunn D everything else. What do you have to say?
Well, basically, Dunn D had all of it. You know what I mean? Like, Head Ice had a hard problem because he's in Australia. As Harlem just said, there was a lot of Aussie references that really resonated with the crowd. So Dunn has had the huge disadvantage there. As I've already said, I don't really... He was bunging on the accent a little too much. I think Dunn is just that good he doesn't need to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, his bars could have stood alone with his normal accent. Okay, I do get it because you're against an American. Say like Dunn D, the original Dunn D, you got to bung on the Australianness a bit. But Steve Irwin, bro, it seems to work. You accentuate the Australianism and they love it. Yeah. So I do get why he's doing it. So there's no hate on there. But 100% Dunn D got it. Multis and shit from Head Ice are fucking on point. As I said, there's a few little things that I thought were a little bit cheesy though, like the cheese line. Putting the stopwatch on it. I was like, come on, bro. Like, anyway.
That was me with a think about it bar, bro. Every I think after the 10th one, I was like, bro, I've thought about it, man, enough. Right? Jesus.
Don't tell me to think about it.
Much. But like, I did rate him, but just that part I was kidding. Fuck again. All right.
We'll go on to you on the segue there. We'll go on to you. Yep.
I'll go on to Osborne.
So I gave Rhymes and Multis to Head Ice and stage presence and delivery. Obviously, most of the points I would have made were already made by Harlem, right? Essentially for this battle. But I will say 100%. That the reason, especially the reason why Rhymes and Multi was awarded to Head Ice, is because the American accent and cadence allows you to get away with a bunch of different multis. A lot of them, it was things like, you think about it in your own brain with your own accent and it doesn't make sense. But it really worked with his accent and his cadence. So that's why I had to give him both the Rhymes and Multis and the stage presence and delivery. And I will say that I didn't think I could award Dunn D the delivery, not because Dunn D's delivery was bad in any way, but I felt that it was more of the same from him. And it was especially safe against an international opponent. I'm not saying that the Ocker accent wasn't going to work, and it doesn't work, because it's one of my favorite parts of Dunn D, to be perfectly honest, when he dives into that. But it was just that I think that we've seen him progress and deliver other battles and bars completely differently when he's clearly more comfortable. So I thought that this international matchup made him not uneasy, because he's very confident, but less easy than he's been against other opponents. And I think you know, I think he knew that by going so heavy in all the Australian references, but also knowing
he knows what he's doing. He knows
that's
what
right.
he's doing.
He buttered up the crowd so perfectly with that shit, and I think
100%, bro. He went for the win.
To definitely take that point. I needed definitely to get the crowd on my side because he didn't underestimate Head Ice, and that was great. But that's why I awarded that particular point.
That's the thing I love about Dunn D too. No hold bars. He will change his game just for the win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's trying to win.
If you're versus an American, why not double the ocker? I do get that.
Exactly, yeah.
And the thing is, I still felt he won the battle, right? And I think part of that, unfortunately, is Arla referenced it before, the fact that there are a bunch of those references that didn't slap here because, you know, we don't have, you know, maple syrup with our pancakes every morning or whatever the fuck it may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of shit like that I appreciated that they were there, and there were some really interesting schemes in there, and I know that they would have played harder in America, but I thought I had to give that point to Dunn D, especially for relevant material.
Yeah, that's
for me, the schemes that I like.
All right, fellas, I hate to be the stickler in here, but we'll be getting close on time.
Yeah, let's go to Bates. Yeah. So
No.
Bates 3-2 gave Ryan's multi schemes concepts the Head Ice, but gave the rest to Dunn D. What do you have to say, Bates?
It looks like he's frozen.
He is frozen, Bates. You are frozen.
I reckon.
I'll go to me. I'll go to me.
Now
We'll go to Blue.
He's jumped out.
Yeah, so I've done Head Ice for Rhymes and Multis, given everything else to Dunn D. I did write down that I wanted to give Head Ice crowd reaction end stage presence, and that was really close, but I just tipped it to Dunn D and gave the win Dunn D 4-1. Bades, you back?
Yeah.
Bades, you're still frozen. That is super, super, super unfortunate.
Well, in reality, this is a 5-0 win by Dunn D. So, we can see what Bades has got there. So we can probably move on and just drop our favourite bars. From here on.
Well, let's start with Delivers then. This is your bar.
See, Charlie thought this battle would be easy. He thought he could come here tonight, get in my face and act like a hard cunt. Bro, you're a proper retard. You're better off going home after this battle, plugging in the toaster and taking that with you to the fucking bathtub. You're just a daft cunt. This is my first battle and Charlie Bucket's last one. I'm only half done. This is the third stop on the takeover, so if you're getting behind Spitz, then put your fucking glass up. Now, a lot of you don't know, but me and Buckets were supposed to battle at the North Third South and he had to drop out due to unfortunate events. When I heard the news, I won't lie, it brought a tear to my eye and it felt like there was a fork in my chest because I thought for a sec that if I was ever in the same spot as him, I'd want a moment to breathe and a day or more to reflect. So I didn't take that as an opportunity. Instead, I went and got some flowers for your mum because I'm a real man and want to pay some sort of respect.
The reason that's my favourite is because look at the fucking comradeship there, like.
Yeah,
you know, like, we can all battle. You can all say the worst things you can imagine about each other, but at the end of the day, we're all interested in the same things. This is all a culture we're all interested in. We're all fucking going in the same direction, and I love that Spitz chose to use the last of his third round. He could have used it to close it out and, you know, try to take his chin off, but he chose to give respect to his mum. Yeah. So I'll give respect to Spitz for giving respect to Charlie's mum.
Yeah, exactly.
In his last 30 seconds. Because he could have used that for a lot of other angles to win.
Yeah.
But he chose to show respects, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly. Bades, before we move on, did you have any comments about Dunn D Head Ice? No? All right, well, let's go to Bades.
No, everyone said everything.
Yeah. This is Bades' clip.
So he's from New York. Most people would have you believe this city's the pioneers of putting rhymes to beats. And a DJ called Herc started the movement as an inspired means to help tired teens find some peace from the grimy streets. Well, that's what most people would have you try to believe. But as a historian of this culture myself, that came as a bit of a fucking surprise to me. To say that New York started this shit is nothing more than a giant reach. And the reason I know your entire scene was built upon a lie, it seems, is because none of you cunts were there when I.C.E. invented hip-hop back in 93.
I love the way he's talking. up to him too, where he's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's everyone knows this bar, bro. It's so good.
He's like, don't you know about bias being 93?
Yeah, then Head Ice is like, who, bro? What?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Bias B?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, that's so good.
I love that bar.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
I just love it because it's iconic. That's the only reason I chose it. I disagree with what everybody else is saying. The whole Ocker thing. I think that's a part of Dunn D's arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think that what's it called? The more he does it, the more, like in there how he's like, like he wouldn't, even if he went over to the States and said, "You're not in Kansas anymore, Toto," like. That bravado, that Ocker in him is what the Dunn D is about. So I disagree with everyone that said, that it's too much or it's, he could have stood up. And I think, man, the more the merrier. I've always loved it.
It's brilliant marketing, hence why Dunn D and Steve Irwin and shit did so well over there, because they
exactly, yeah,
they Ocker it out. I get it's brilliant marketing.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's go to
it's just an Aussie preference when you know how Dunn is raps generally.
Exactly, yeah.
But in American crowd, murderous.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. All right, this is Oz's bar.
Right, I know it's a bit gay, but I'm gonna ep5 and ep5 a 10 lay. I'll ep5 your ep5 till she omays and art square. She ep5 this ep5 on John's fucking birthday.
Gangster. It's gangster's fun.
So yeah, I wanted to highlight this bar especially because, as I said, it was the most creative that Crumpet was in this battle. And it was also like, obviously, I knew that a bunch of you boys would go for the Dunn D Head Ice battle. And with the Spitz battle, I would have highlighted one, but as I said, because the way my brain works, when Spitz choked, I couldn't focus on that 100%. Battle more. But this one, it could have been one of Domez's bars as well. I'm not saying it was so skewed. It's just that it was an example of what I really liked about Kid Crumpet and what I like in general, which is random creativity that is unique to the person delivering it, right? Everyone could be creative in different ways, but I really liked how he did this. So even though it wasn't particularly impressive in terms of punch heavy bar, yeah, exactly right, dude, exactly right. The same reason. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight this bar for Kid Crumpet. It could have been one of his others, but just as a testament to the type of battler he is and the kind of stuff that I like, I wanted to highlight.
And it's a good concept to come up with.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
Yeah. I've also got a bar from the same battle, so let's go to my bar.
Oh, nice.
Look, I'm a king, he's a pawn, but I'll put him in check. I've been through your hood. You ain't get no respect. About to commit, man, I'll aim for the neck. I'll pull this boy apart piece by piece and call it the Django effect. Fuck it. To be honest, you're the type of kid I would bash at the skate park. Bruh, this kid is so gay, he couldn't even walk down a straight path.
Yeah, I just, like you said,
I wanted the other one.
Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to show love to this battle as well, and we gave Domes the win, so I was like, gotta show Domes. And I just think that you're the type of kid I'd bash at the skate park. It's just, you got me, bro. You got me. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he's the dude that it might out-rap you at the skate park, too. So
exactly, yeah. Gotta give him that respect.
He's pretty skilled little dude.
Yeah, that's right.
100%.
No, that was my second favorite bar of the battle, the entire battle. That's what I'm saying. It was very even, but I rated both, just edged it to Kid Crumpet, but I love that bar as well. I was like, glad someone put it in there.
Yeah, it needed to be.
Yeah, no, sweet.
Fuck yeah, I feel like this is the best episode we've done so far, bro. This is clean.
It's also almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I was going to say, we run the Joe Rogan tip.
Yeah, but it's a podcast. I feel like people love it, bro. Like the longer it gets,
they love Joe Rogan, but I don't know if people with kids and families and lives love it.
Yeah, they listen to it in your car ride to work, and if you're listening right now in your car way to work, you watch this on the YouTube. Leave a comment, let us know.
Blue,
and subscribe.
We're talking about the host with kids. Not the people listening. People can listen at any time.
I'm trying to involve the fans.
Some of these hosts have like families and shit, bro. That's because we're
He's trying to fucking
bachelors.
involve everyone, Deliver. What are you doing?
Jeez. You're not special.
Use a take, and we're eligible bachelors. Like, we got time. They don't.
Yeah. Facts.
So, ladies, if you've got some nice booties and time, we're your men.
With that being said,
on that note, thank you very much for tuning in this week.
That's right.
Really appreciate you. And
subscribe, like,
get
comment, follow all the social
subscribers.
media. Shout out 420 Superstore. Shout out your design. What's it called? Fuck.
Invested Design.
Invested Designs. My bad, bro. I was on
Only
roll.
5 weeks in now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And next week we're gonna do the previews for the next battles coming up: 30Gs, FBL, and Breaking Bread. So let's fucking go. Exactly.
Good.
Be with us next Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Queensland time on Twitch at the Battle Bar. Let's fucking orange.
Which is 5:30 Melbourne time.
Yes, for anyone that's confused. All right, see you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.